On today's ZJ Project video, we are hopping inside of the Jeep today to talk about interior lighting. We will be replacing these boring old factory halogen lights, which get really hot, they burn a lot of energy, with these brand new cool white LED lights that we will be replacing all the way around the inside of the Jeep.
Back in 2014, I purchased my first Jeep ever, which is this, a 1994 Jeep Grand Cherokee Laredo. With the big 5.2 liter V8 engine and low miles, this completely stock ZJ was full of potential. Since then, well, we've done a few upgrades and modifications. Past projects include a 3.5-inch lift, transfer case swap, custom roof rack, lights, skid plates, and so much more. We've transformed this stock ZJ into a capable off-road rig and reliable daily driver that's taken us all across Arizona. Today, we continue the project.
Today's video will be all about lights. So my main reason for wanting to replace these old factory dim halogen bulbs, actually quite a few reasons. First off, the halogen bulbs aren't that bright. They're pretty dim. They got this yellowish hue to them that is really kind of gross and a little bit old school, I would say. They also get very hot very fast. If I leave these on for more than a couple minutes, even to the touch, they're really hot. And they kill the battery pretty quick. And I've been out camping numerous times where I've had a friend leave a door open or leave the tailgate open, they bump a light, they leave it on, and I go to start the Jeep the next morning and it's dead. That's a slightly concerning problem and enough of a reason for me to want to upgrade to LEDs. LEDs are notably a lot cooler, they're a lot less consumptive as far as energy goes, and they're actually brighter, so there's really no reason not to upgrade to LEDs. So that's what we'll be doing today. We're talking about what kind of bulbs you need, and then we'll go through the process and show some before and after pictures of the halogen lights, which we currently have, and the upgrade that we're moving to, the LED lights.
Now, before getting to the install, you'll have to do a bit of research first. Each vehicle is going to be a little bit different. I ended up using my owner's manual and a website called superbrightleds.com to find the right bulbs. For this project, I wanted to upgrade all 4 interior map lights, the 2 front courtesy lights, as well as the rear cargo light and the 2 license plate lights in the back. The owner's manual called for 4 map lights with the part number 212-2, 1 rear cargo light with the same bulb, 2 courtesy lights with the 168 bulb, and 2 rear license plate lights with the 168 bulb as well. However, when you go online, you'll find that some of these bulbs have been upgraded, the part numbers have changed back from when they were first made in 1994. So we ended up needing a total of 5 212-2 bulbs, which has been replaced by the 4410 CW8 bulbs, 2 194 bulbs, and 2 168 bulbs, which have been replaced by the 67-CW12-G bulb. All in all, we needed 9 light bulbs total. Of course, you can get more carried away with the project and replace the glove box light, the ashtray light, and more lights underneath all the instrument clusters if you so choose, but we decided just the main lights would be enough for us. So once you get all those bulbs, you are almost ready for the install. You'll just need to find a couple of tools. One of the most important things for this project is to have some kind of plastic pry tool. We used part of a dash or radio removal toolkit that included a big long plastic piece for prying. Needle nose pliers and a Phillips screwdriver, as well as some other flatheads, are also necessary. After that, you are ready for the install. And the installation itself is quite straightforward actually. We started up front on the forward map lights. You're going to want to use the pick tool to pry the plastic lenses off of the overhead console. You are best off prying from the inside half of the lens, and you're going to need to use some decent force, but you do want to be careful not to break the delicate and brittle plastic. With some effort, the cover should come loose and you are able to pull it right out. Using your needle nose pliers, give the old bulb a good pull, and it should come loose. If it's anything like our bulbs, you will see that they are extremely old, extremely dusty. After that, simply pop the new LED in place and make sure the bulb is secured in the holder. Give it a good test to make sure it works, and then you replace the plastic cover by popping it back into place. After replacing one light, you can already see the huge difference between the old factory lighting and the new LED lights. Continue with this same process, working your way back through the vehicle. The rear map lights also use the same 212-2 or 4410 bulbs. Moving back to the cargo area now, you're going to want to use your pick tool once again to remove the large plastic lens. We found this one to be the most difficult because of the way the bottom clips are held on, but once you get the plastic cover pulled off, get the old bulb out, you replace it with your last 212-2 replacement bulb and give it a test. This concludes the map light portion of the install, and you should now be able to notice a drastic difference when the doors or tailgate are open. Next up, you want to move back up front to replace the door courtesy lights. You'll want to do this step quickly and or hold the door button closed while you work. The reason for this is the lights get hot to the touch within seconds of you having the door open, and you may find it helpful to use a glove or a towel or even some kind of tape to twist the old bulb out. The bulb comes out with a quarter to a half a turn and is replaced by your 67 bulb on each side. That 67 bulb is the big round one, the 360 LED that most resembles a traditional light bulb. With that, the interior portion of the Jeep is done. Now, our year and model of Jeep doesn't have any courtesy lights in the back or any other interior lights showing. So again, the install will be specific to your vehicle. You might have a few more to do, but just keep following the same process and you will be good to go. Finally, to wrap all of this up, we are going to replace the license plate lights in the back. I actually didn't realize how dim these lights were getting on my Jeep, so this was a much needed upgrade for me for sure. The light covers come off with a screwdriver and simply pop right out. The bulbs come out and are replaced with your 194 bulb. While you're back here and everything is torn apart, you're gonna want to make sure to clean the dust out of the light covers. For some reason, ours were chock full of dirt from being out on the trail all the time, and most of the left cover was actually completely covered. There was hardly any light coming through. Make sure to give everything a good clean, and when you're done, pop the bulb in, give it a test, and then reassemble the covers. After this, you have an updated and modern look in terms of both interior lights and the rear license plate lights. The difference between the old school halogens and the new LED lights is really something. Putting the two styles side by side shows how dramatically different this upgrade is and why it is beneficial. The cool white LEDs have a clean, clear, and bright feel to them, which is so much better than the old warm and yellow hue that we had before. Only time will tell how long these bulbs will last and how much energy will really be saved when we're out camping. It is definitely a nice looking upgrade to do for sure. And that concludes part 7 of our ZJ project. Overall, this is a very, very cheap and easy, quick upgrade that looks great on any vehicle, especially the older Jeeps like mine. You're going to want to plan on spending about $50 to $75 to upgrade all of the main interior lights. Of course, you could spend more if you choose to do the glove box lights and other minor details like that. The entire project will take an hour or two, depending on how many beers you want to drink. Those old school halogen lights are so inefficient and have that ugly yellow hue to them, so upgrading to LEDs not only brightens everything up, but also hopefully will save some energy down the road, as well as just modernize your light setup. I'm definitely happy to have done this project. It looks really good. Be sure to check out the links in the description for more info on how and where to buy bulbs, and also be sure to read more about our ZJ project up to this point at azoffroad.net/ZJ project. Next time we will be doing some really fun work, adding on one of the most requested mods so far. So stay tuned later this summer for that video. Very exciting to be doing that here soon. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.